Hey, this is Doug with Design 8 Studio, and just want to give you a quick update on something I'm trying with my LowRider 3. Ever since I first got my LowRider 3 set up and operational from the get-go, I was using this little power connector jack that Ryan of V1 Engineering sent with the kit. And my control box has a little trough down in the corner where this slides in and butts up against a hole on the outside. And there's my plan calls for a little tab of plastic that screws down on both sides and kind of locks it in place. And then it allows easily to just plug in and get power. And I probably shouldn't have been doing this, but I used that basically as a switch. I would plug it in when I wanted power and unplug it when I wanted to turn it off. And that has worked fine for all this time, but apparently repeatedly plugging that barrel into that socket over time has waffled that socket out until it's loose. And I've got like 100 of these. I could simply put another one on there. But I purchased some little inline switches. They have a little LED on them that lets you know that they're getting solid connection. I can put a link in the description. But my idea is to wire this switch in line here just outside my control box case and get rid of this barrel and get rid of this connector here. And this wiring from inside the case would just come out and peek out just far enough to go into this switch. And so that's pretty straightforward. I've taken my control box apart. I've taken my Big Tree Tech SKR Pro 1.2 loose from the control box, and I'm setting about the wiring of this. So just wanted to give you a quick heads up on what I'm doing, and I'll let you know after I've run it for a while like this if I like it and if I think that it was a good idea. Screws from this switch look like brass. So there's the inside of that switch, and as you can tell, it's just got terminals for the live and the neutral, the positive and the neutral, and it's just a nice little throw switch there, little LED on it right there. So once I snip this barrel connector off, there's kind of no going back. Boy, those wires inside there, they are thinner than you would think they are. There's just so much insulation. I'm using Southwire name brand wire strippers. These are tremendous, and you can get good ones really cheap on Amazon. I'm going to try to see about crimping some eyelets onto the ends of this heavy-duty wire. See if I can think that an eyelet would fit into this amount of space. And I think it just barely can fit. Another thing that I'm thinking about trying is to attach my dust supply to a relay switch that's able to pair with remotes and be able to turn my dust collection system on from convenient place in my workshop. All right, redo times 2. Let's go for some power on the back side of that switch again. The switch is working, but the LED is not. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I almost bought the ones that didn't have an LED. And it turns out, in this case, buying the ones with the LED is the same as buying the ones without the LED. All right, so you probably noticed I tied a knot in this power wire to make sure that it couldn't come beyond a certain point. So I'm going to go ahead and remount my SKR board, and I will try to remember to give an update later on whether or not I like this and how well it seems to function. All right, I'll try to remember to come back after a period of use and let you know how I like this setup. All right, this is Doug with Design Aid Studio, and until the next video, I wish you happy making.